So today we officially begin our road to FIFA 20. Now this is going to be the first episode of the FIFA 20 news show covering the latest news and rumours and stuff like that. We have a juicy episode today to kick things off. We're going to be talking about the recent images coming out now of players getting scanned, and we're also going to be talking about some rumours that sort of could happen or could not happen in FIFA 20, so stay tuned. If you enjoy the video, make sure you leave a thumbs up for me. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. And if you want to buy some Real Life Ultimate Team cards, check out the link in the description. In this episode, I'm going to start things off with some confirmed player faces news, and then I'm going to move on to some highly likely features that are going to be happening in FIFA 20 as well. So over the last few days, there's been a lot of images coming out about players getting scanned from different kinds of clubs, and we're going to take a look at all that today in this episode. But, I just wanted to start off by saying that, EA must be beginning their cycle now, because February is usually when they start scanning all the teams and that. Now, some of you guys might be happy with today's news, some of you guys might not be, depending on the clubs and the teams you support, and of course, the leagues and teams you want to see getting scanned in FIFA 20, but just keep in mind, EA does have the partnership with these kinds of leagues, so of course they're going to rescan them every year and scan new teams that they haven't done already in those leagues. So we're going to start in the MLS, and a player called Ulises Segura, who plays for DC United, put up a tweet the other day, and he said, yesterday EA Sports has visited us as part of their preparations for the new FIFA 20. This photograph is of the process of creating my face. It was very something, I don't know, translated to a different word. And attached is a photo of him in the booth there, the portable booth where they scan all the players with all the cameras and stuff. So yeah, that looks pretty legit. He even confirmed that it's FIFA 20 with that hashtag there. To further support the evidence, another DC United player called Frederick Brilliant put up a image of him getting scanned as well, and you can see there, it says hashtag FIFA 20, and he's sitting in the booth with all the cameras as well. So this pretty much confirms that DC United has been scanned now for FIFA 20. Next up, we move on to another MLS team. This time it is Montreal Impact, and we have a few different kinds of images that they were able to release onto their website. And a player called Saphir Tater also put up an Instagram story of him in the photo booth, and he tagged EA Sports FIFA as well. But if you're still not convinced, there's also been a press release by Montreal Impact, which basically is like a diary, and this was like day 23 or something, where they talked about the players getting scanned. They released a few different kinds of images. I'm not sure who these players exactly are, but you can take a look at a few of the images there. But there is crucial information in this blog post as well that I'm going to tell you about now. Pretty much at the end of the blog post, they confirmed a bit of information that you might find interesting. It says, the evening was a little different since EA Sports was in town. The players lined up for face scans in front of what seemed like 100 different cameras, capturing many facial expressions from frowning to smiling. The Impact is just one of 6 MLS teams to go through this process with EA Sports for the upcoming FIFA 20 video game. So I hope you caught that last line. It says one of 6 MLS teams. So based on this, you can figure out that DC United and Montreal Impact are 2 of the 6. And of course the MLS has more than like 6 teams, so there's a lot more that they still need to do. I think FIFA 19 did introduce a lot of MLS faces into the game, so I think this year they're just building on top of what they've already started with FIFA 19. But I think in terms of the other 4 MLS teams, still not sure at the moment who's going to get team scans, but I guess we'll find out soon, because they'll put photos up and stuff when EA go and visit. And finally, the last bit of player faces news comes out of the Premier League, and Timothy Fosu-Mensah put up a photo of him in the booth, and he plays for Fulham obviously, so that pretty much confirms that Fulham have been scanned for FIFA 20. Now a lot of people are saying that it's for PES 2019 or PES 2020. I don't think it's going to be for PES, because PES lost the Fulham license last year. It was in PES 18 as a license, but they lost it for 19, so I don't think he's getting scanned for PES, but it definitely looks like he's sitting in that EA type of booth with all the cameras and stuff and the black frame, so I would definitely put this under the FIFA 20 category. But that's pretty much all the player faces news so far, but over the next few weeks and months, as EA continues to scan different teams and stuff, you're going to see more images come out, and I'll definitely be covering them on the channel. But so far, we've figured out that Fulham possibly got a rescan, and DC United definitely got one, and Montreal Impact definitely got a scan as well. So let me know what you think about that. Next up, we're going to talk about some rumours for FIFA 20, but these things are not just going to be things that I make up. They're going to have some supporting evidence to make them highly likely that it's going to happen. So we're going to start things off with Ronaldo. You saw in the latest FIFA 19 update that Ronaldo was eliminated from the main menu. EA also updated the actual game cover stars and all that. They've added in Neymar, De Bruyne and Dybala now. And that's because of his recent allegations that came out towards the end of last year. The moment that actually came out, EA removed him from their Twitter bio, profile picture and stuff. So, it was pretty obvious that they were monitoring the situation and they were going to make a decision pretty soon. I just think because of public relations stuff, they don't want to take any chances just in case. And they've changed the cover star now, the main menus. So I don't think it's likely that Ronaldo is going to be cover star this year. I don't know who it could be, but we're going to talk about an interesting topic now that I think has a 99% chance of actually happening in FIFA 20, and that is the Bundesliga full scan, the full treatment, just like you see with the Premier League and La Liga. I actually covered this story back in September last year, but I'll bring it up again in this video because we've started the news series, and also there's been a lot of subscribers since September, so maybe a few of you guys don't know about this thing, but from what I can understand and remember, someone who was able to access the FIFA database noticed that there was many Bundesliga players who apparently had real faces, but these faces were not actually unlocked in the game. Now, if you were wondering who these players are, I've got a few images of an apparent list that you can check out right now if you pause the video on each photo. And this is photo 1, which covers players from Hamburger, Köln, Charleroi, Augsburg, Bayern Munich and Berlin. And then there's also page 2, which shows Berlin, Dortmund, Frankfurt and Freiburg teams. And then there's also Hanover, Hoffenheim, and also Leverkusen, Mainz, and RB Leipzig. And then we have Schalke players and Stuttgart players. And then we have Werder Bremen players, Wolfsburg players, Beijing Guan, Shanghai as well. And then there's photo 7, which shows Girona players, Sevilla players, also New York City players. And at the bottom there you can see Arsenal player Leno. And of course take this with a grain of salt because this stuff could have been created from anywhere. But one thing that has come from sort of EA, I guess, or the people that scan the players for EA, was this official clip where they were scanning New York City players, and one guy actually asked one of the people doing the scanning, he asked which countries have you gone to and stuff, and last year the guy said, I've been to Germany for 6 weeks and I did the full Bundesliga. So I'm going to play that clip right now for you.
The big league, so you probably went to Italy, England, Germany.
We have a team that does the Premier League every year.
Okay.
And then I went to Germany in the winter for 6 weeks and did all the Bundesliga.
Okay.
Now we're doing the MLS.
So even though we can't really prove the list, I think it's pretty fair to say that the Bundesliga has been scanned and it's ready to go, and I think they're going to do it for FIFA 20 because that scanning guy actually confirmed it to the player. Of course, this is going to be a good thing because the more leagues that get the full treatment, the more stadiums in the game, the more player faces that are going to be in the game. The La Liga treatment helped a lot in terms of stadiums and player faces this year, so I'm very happy to hear that the Bundesliga is going to be included. Hopefully, there is a 99% chance, I reckon, and hopefully they can move on to Serie A and stuff next because that league has been abandoned as well. Next up, I quickly want to touch on the new camp situation because right now it hasn't been in FIFA for the last few years because it's currently under license with PES. The thing is though, that license is due to expire this year, and at the time it was July 2016 when Konami announced their exclusive rights for the Camp Nou stadium, and apparently according to this article it says Konami has revealed a new partnership with Barcelona for PES 2017. Thanks to this deal, Konami will be allowed extensive access to the Camp Nou stadium, which will be exclusive to the game for 3 years. So that was done in 2016. Fast forward to 2019 now, it should end in July because that would be about 3 years. And of course, PES 17 had it, PES 18 had it, and now PES 19 had it. So I think the contract should be done before FIFA 20 comes out. And if I'm correct, that means that EA could potentially bid for this license again and maybe get it back. I think EA would definitely try if they can because, they have the La Liga package and getting the new camp would definitely complete the whole package. And yeah, we'll see what happens with this one. Currently, it's still a rumor. Some people say it's coming FIFA 21. All I can say is that the contract could be finishing this year. So there is a chance, it could possibly be in FIFA 20. And I do miss it. Hopefully, it does make its way back. But you never know. Konami could even renew the license. It just depends on how things go. So it's good to bring back Vapex news for another year. Remember what I did last year? I did all the analysis of all the face scanning images and stuff. And a lot of that did come true when the full game came out. So I'm looking forward to another year of coverage. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying what I do as well on YouTube, and you get a lot of value out of these types of news videos. Let me know what you think about the player scanning images. Are they the teams you want to see? I know a lot of people want to see some other new clubs and stuff, but hopefully we get some new stuff soon. If you need something else to watch, make sure you click on the video I made about the new FIFA 19 update. You don't want to miss that video. Click the card right now, and I'll see you next time.